Hey guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Wanted to introduce you to a brand new platform. This one actually launches next week, next Monday to be exact. And yeah, you really can't deposit or put anything in it yet. However, you can register and create an account. It is on both Telegram and they're going to have an actual website when they launch. But fine by me. Telegram has always been a an easy to navigate platform. So let me show you what it's all about. If it's something that you might want to be interested in, you can set up your account and then be ready for the launch this upcoming Monday. And yeah, I'll give you the specifics on the passive side and also touch on the affiliate side. And then the technical parts of the presentation we'll probably do on another video. So we'll definitely be talking about this before the actual launch. But in this one, we just want to kind of give you the numbers, the meat and potatoes, so you can see whether or not this is something you might want to get into. So that being said, I want to remind you guys that I am not a financial advisor. Never take anything I say as financial advice. If you do decide to jump into BitTON or anything we talk about, please do your own research and due diligence. You only put in what you can afford to lose, guys. Okay, risk capital only. Also, follow me on Telegram. I'll leave a link for that down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the little bell icon so you'll get notified straight away whenever I do a brand new video. So this one here, this one was brought to my attention by a buddy of mine, probably about, I don't know, 3 days ago, something like that. And over the next couple of days, I'm scheduled to jump on a Zoom with the owners so they can show me, a sneak peek behind the scenes. But based on what my buddy has shown me and what he's talked to me about, this definitely looks like a project that can be around for quite a bit. Definitely, interesting payouts, for sure. So I'll show you that here in a second. But yeah, excited about it. We're always on the lookout for good passive platforms, and sometimes there's good ones that we jump into that go for a long time, or some that may not go for a long time, but it's profitable. And there's some that don't really pan out the way we want it to. Okay, that's the nature of the space. That's why we always say, if you feel good about a platform, you should still only put in what you can afford to lose. This one here looks like something that I'm going to be bullish on. I just like what I see so far. And when I jump on the Zoom with the owners, I'll be able to ask them some questions. But in any case, wanted to share with you anyway. It's called BitTON and it is on Telegram. Like I said before, they are going to be launching an actual site, so you'll have both options. I just created an account. Let me show you here. I just created an account. I'll leave a link down below. Just click that link, and then you can create an account. And I just connected my wallet. So there's a couple different wallets you can choose from. If you're using Timekeeper, right? If you try to connect just from your laptop, it may not connect. Again, like other Ton Telegram platforms, you're probably going to need to download the mobile app on your phone, the mobile Timekeeper app on your phone, and then connect your phone, your wallets, right? So you have your wallet accessible on your phone and also on your desktop or laptop. Way to do that is just get your recovery phrase. When you create your account on your phone, just put your recovery phrase in there. Then you'll have the same wallet. And then what'll happen is when you try to connect, I already connected, so it's not going to show you here. If I didn't connect, this blue button right here would say connect your wallet. And when I choose Timekeeper, I can select QR code and then I just take my phone, take a picture of the QR code, and then I'll be able to connect on my phone. And then that automatically connects my desktop slash laptop wallet, if that makes sense. So again, pretty simple. If you have any questions about that, let me know. But you can see here, we can't really add deposits until Monday. But again, you can create your account. Pretty simple and straightforward, right? Um, here's the main dashboard. Here's where you'll be able to track your team, right? We're not able to do that just yet because this part of the app is not live. And then here's the settings. So again, just a basic setup until the actual launch. But let me give you the specifics of uh, the platform. Okay, and again, I'm not really gonna focus too much on the technical aspects, but I will touch on the token a little bit, and also the passive side. Again, they're gonna have their own network, by the way, their own blockchain. Um, So again, BitTON, we're going to be able to get paid in BitTON tokens. Now, some of you guys say, well, what can I do with BitTON tokens? You can hold them, right? And then if the price increases, right? Because again, it is a very scarce, the scarcity is there. The potential for the price to go up is also there. But if you want to just swap it out, you have for TON, you can do that as well, right in the app. So, either way, you want to hold them, you want to sell them, totally up to you, right? But again, BitTON is going to be their own blockchain. Um, Here is the passive opportunity. This is what I wanted to show you. It says here, this is their offer for users. BitTON provides users with a structured staking and deposit program, ensuring predictable rewards over a 135-day period. So you'll be able to stake for 135 days. At the end of the 135 days, you can get your funds back. Okay. It says here, user payments, all deposits are made in TON. Users receive staking rewards and principal paybacks in BitTON tokens, and the minimum deposit and withdrawal is 1 TON. Now it's interesting how they do this. Okay, let me show you how this works. For the first 7 days when you get in, you're going to get 0.5% per day, and then the following 7 days you'll get 1%. After that, the next 7 days you'll get 1.5% per day. After that, the next 7 days, 2%. After that, the next 72 days, you'll get 2.5% per day. And then after that, the last 35 days, you're going to get 3% per day. So all in all, 254% in that 135-day period. So you'll not only make your initial back, but another 154% net profit in that 135-day period. So you can do the math yourself. I'm not going to do that here. Do the math for yourself. Add up the numbers here for when you hit 100%, because that'll be your break-even point, and then everything above that is pure profit. Okay. And again, like I mentioned before, although you're receiving your staking rewards and your principal back in BitTON, you can hold your BitTON or you can sell it, right? Uh, right in the app, you'll be able to swap it out. So other thing I wanted to show you here is the compensation plan for active affiliates. This right here is just how they can sustain its rewards and payment structure through a dynamic liquidity expansion strategy. So we'll talk about more this on another video. But it says here 70% rewards in BitTON tokens are converted at the current exchange rate into TON tokens and sent to the user's wallet. 10% is allocated for fees, 10% is invested in project development, and then 10% is directed towards long-term vesting. So again, we'll talk more about that on another video, but this is how they plan to sustain the project. Let's see here. Source of rewards and payments. All the rewards and payments in our project are based on effective liquidity placement operations and explore leading solutions and opportunities provided by the DeFi market, including high-level, profitable, concentrated liquidity operations. Staking placement opportunities or stake and reward payments are made in native tokens of the project. It should be considered the initial mechanism for distributing BitTON tokens. Here's their portfolio, right? How they create revenue. We'll talk about that. Right? Their conservative portfolio. Okay. Where is the comp plan here? Let me see here. Oh, this is the tokenomics, right? 21 million tokens. Starting price is $1 per BitTON. Here's what I wanted to show you. This is the compensation plan for partners, people that want to build out the network, people that are marketers, content creators, YouTubers, et cetera, et cetera. There is an affiliate plan here, which is pretty interesting. This one here pays out 8 levels. So again, it's 7% on your first level, 5% on your second level, 3% on your third level, 2% on your fourth level, and then 1% on levels 5, 6, 7, and 8. So there's an 8-level pay structure, right? For those of you guys that like to build downlines. Now, of course, totally optional. You don't have to participate in this. You can be purely passive. But if you have the means and you have the ability to, share this information with people, why not? Right? Why not do that? Not only are you able to earn affiliate commissions for yourself, but you're spreading the word on BitTON, the network, the token, the platform, and that helps everybody, right? So again, it's a total of 21% paid out on 8 levels. And then here's an interesting part that I wanted to show you as well. They have something called they have a weekly salary and incentive. Now, again, they may change that verbiage because it's not really a salary. They're not paying you a salary, but it's a weekly bonus, right? So again, they may change that verbiage by the time this launches. But it says here they have a structured weekly salary model based on team turnover. So in other words, based on your team volume, and of course, there's a couple of other requirements like your personal deposit and then your directs. In other words, how many people have you personally sponsored or referred to the platform? You'll be able to earn a weekly bonus, right? A weekly salary here. So you can see here, if you have 1,000 team volume, right? Again, that's just not you, that's your entire team, and a $50 deposit, $50 worth of deposit yourself, and then 3 directs, you'll earn a $25 weekly bonus. If you have a 5,000 team volume, right, and $100 deposit yourself, and then 5 directs, that's $100 weekly that you'll earn, right? Again, this is on top of the 8 level commission structure. If you have a $20,000 volume, right, team volume, and a $500 deposit yourself and 10 directs, you earn $250 a week. So that's an extra $1,000 a month. And then here it just starts to get significantly bigger, right? At 100,000 team turnover, right? Team volume. Then you have a $2,500 deposit with 10 directs. You'll have $1,000 weekly bonus. That's $4,000 a month, or what is that? Almost $50,000 a year, right? Again, this is on top of the 8 level commission structure, and anything you earn passively, of course. At 250,000 team volume, 5,000 personal deposit, 10 directs, you'll be earning $3,000 per week, right? Or $12,000 per month. And then here at 500,000 team volume, 10,000 personal deposit, 10 directs, $5,000. Not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's easy to get there, but there's some significant bonuses that you can earn. And again, there's different qualifications to continue to earn this on a weekly basis, which I'll show you here in a second. And then here at $1 million in turnover, 15,000 personal deposit, 10 directs, you're earning $7,000 per week. Now, again, this is assuming you have a team, and of course, as your team is growing, why is your team going to grow? Because not only do you want to hit these weekly bonuses, but they're going to want to hit these weekly bonuses too, right? If you have people trying to hit these weekly bonuses, right, and they're striving to move up the ranks, you're going to be able to move up the ranks as well, right? And why do I bring that up? Because again, in order to continue earning these weekly bonuses, there is certain qualifications you need to hit. One of which is you do need to increase your volume by 50% over the previous week. And if you continue to do that, you'll continue to earn this weekly, this what they're calling a weekly salary. Again, that's probably not the right verbiage. It'll probably, a bonus is what it is, right? So this is extra, right? This is extra. This is just icing on the cake. Even with this right here, you could probably do pretty well as an active affiliate. And like I mentioned before, this is all optional. Like if you just want to be purely passive, it's not a bad deal to, get into something that can, give you, 154% net profit in addition to your money back in 135 days, right? Um, so let me see here. Yeah, give me 1 second here. I'm going to just pull out my trusty calculator. Okay, let me pull out my trusty calculator here. Uh, give me 1 second here. Let me just look at, I'm just double checking these numbers right here. Okay. Just want to do that while I'm on video. Okay. 2.5 times 72 is 180. And then 3 times 35 is 105. So if I add that up, Give me 1 second here. Bear with me. Yeah. So it's actually more, right? So again, I'll do a video doing the breakdown of what I just did. But considering that this is what you're going to make, plus you get your money back at the end of the staking period, it's actually I think a little bit more than this, right? So let me just confirm that, and then I'll show you that. But I think it's definitely more than that. So let me just see if there's anything else that I missed. Here's the little bit of the tokenomics. Here's the comp plan. I also wanted to show you the roadmap. Here's the roadmap. So here's a little bit of a roadmap. And again, they're probably going to revise this by the time this thing launches. But it says here Q2 2025. Here's the pre-seed stage, right? Q3, Q4, this the seed stage, right? I believe they're going to be launching a play to earn app as well. Um, Q1 to Q4 2026 foundation stage, right? Development and implementation of a proprietary blockchain, Android and iOS applications, interface for validators, right? Play to earn integration, and then they're going to have internal and external pools, and then over here the expansion stage, which is 2007 to 2029. They have organic ecosystem development tools, green energy supply system. So they have a whole, they want to build this whole thing out. So again, their roadmap here, even though it's basic, goes all the way to 2029, right? So what is that, 4 years, 4.5 years, whatever the case might be. Of course, we'll have to wait and see to see if they can make this roadmap come to fruition. But it is good to know that they're thinking down the road. They have plans of building this out. They're not looking for a 2 week, 3 week, 4 week type of plan, right? So exciting stuff, and that's pretty much it. So again, this is called BitTON. Right now, you can create an account on Telegram. Pretty soon they'll be launching their actual website, and then you'll be able to use Telegram and or the website, whichever one you prefer. But yeah, this is going to be launching on Monday. So again, you can't put a deposit in just yet. You're gonna have to wait till Monday to do that. However, you can create your account and you can actually share this with people, bring some awareness to it, build out your network, all that good stuff. So that being said, I will catch you in the next video, guys. As always, do your own research and due diligence. And again, a risk capital only. Okay. All right, guys, follow me on Telegram, subscribe to the channel. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.